He created us in his image and all those various things like that. So the Trinity is foundational to that aspect. And then you see, as you get into the Gospels, where Jesus is actively looking to the Father. He's actively interacting with the Father as a separate person, but at the same time, he's considering himself completely God. So you have, in the whole story of the Gospels, you don't have, it's not like God came down to earth. The one God came to earth, took on flesh, and he did what he wanted to do. But you see in the scriptures with Jesus that Jesus, as God, is looking to God, the Father. And then later on, when the Holy Spirit falls, you have the Holy Spirit pointing us to Jesus, who is God, who is the same God. And you have the God saying, look to the Father. And so they're all like pointing to each other within that Trinitarian reality. So throughout scriptures, it's hard to like not see three separate persons doing things, but at the same time, he says, Lord your God is one. And so that's kind of the yes of the Trinity, is what you're saying, where you're seeing Jesus do this thing, God the Father being pouring the wrath of the earth onto Jesus, turning his way from Jesus. Like that shows there's two distinct things happening, two distinct persons in there. Because if it was just one God, is God turning away from himself? But yes, but it's also, they're separate, where the wrath of all the sins are being poured on Jesus on the cross, and the Father is turning away from God. And then you have we all just had Easter, we all just had the Passover, where you're looking at where Jesus is saying, my God, why blah, 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 and just going on in that direction. So you're seeing the distinct relationship that Jesus has with the Father. At the same time, he says, I am God. That's kind of a long-winded, like, this is like all the thoughts of the Trinity that I have.